Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Second video. Today I made mussels a la Lauren, or aka mussels a la Lauren, and they accompanied with a garlic bread straight out of the oven, nice and cheesy. Yum yum. And then these are the mussels. I am going to start with the garlic bread because it makes more sense to me to make the garlic bread and let it sit until I'm ready to bake it in the oven. So I've got a baguette that I cut in half, only because I'm gonna put one in the freezer and then one is for me. Maybe Bass will have some if I leave some behind. And then I have the cheese for the garlic bread, which is just a mild cheese, but I mean, if you want more flavor, like if you want to pronounce cheese like Gouda will give the bread more flavor, but I like all the tones to come out in garlic bread, which is the garlic, the parsley, the butter. In here I have 120 grams of butter, and then I have 30 grams of garlic and about 8 grams of parsley, a tablespoon or teaspoon of salt, teaspoon of pepper. And I'm using very little ingredients, so if I was using like different other spices and stuff in my garlic bread, then all of these ratios would decrease. But I'm just making, I want it to taste like parsley, I want the garlic to come through the butter and my pepper mix. So I'm going to use my little mini food processor to blend everything together. It's perfect. I want it to be spreadable. I'm going to be spreading it with my little offset spatula. Oh wow, that's pungent with flavor. I'm really happy with that. Wow, I'm really shocked at how well it came out. And obviously, if my cheese is very mild, it's not too salty. You must be careful of the salt, because if the cheese is salty and this is salty, it's still going to be good, but that's not good for your health. I'm going to spread it on. I don't know if I can do this on camera, guys. I'm going to try. Ooh, look at the color. I love that color. It's all that parsley that's in there. You add your cheese. Close it. And here I have my tin foil, and then I wrap it up. I'll do that off camera. Okay, so I got the mussels from Jumbo, which is my local grocery store. I normally get it from a place called Schmidt, which is too far for me, and I was craving mussels now. So the trick is that I washed it with lemon and water, and then anything that was open like this I discarded. And then I have my vegetable base, which is smoking oil, no good. Take that off. Okay, so I've got 2 onions here, 2 peppers, and about maybe 6 really small tomatoes. I like them small because it's nice and sweet. I use the food processor for all of this because I'm just not going to chop onions anymore. So 2018, almost 2019, I'm not chopping onions anymore. So I'm about to cook my onions for a little bit till they're kind of like really nice and soft. And then I'll add my peppers, and then I'll add my onions, and then I'll season my base, and then I'll throw in my mussels. Once you add the onions, the pan will cool down. I also have like a bit of chili to add to it. It's from my freezer. Anything that I don't use, I just toss it in the freezer. My husband says that the freezer is too small. I say that we need a bigger freezer. Oh, that smells lovely. I love onions. I use it raw, cooked. I'm just a big fan. So I'm gonna let that cook till it's super soft. So it's been about little bit less than 10 minutes, maybe let's say 8. And I even threw my frozen chili in there. And I'm happy with it. I love the way it smells. I'm gonna add my peppers now. That cook also for a few more minutes before I add. I'm gonna also increase the temperatures on 5 now, because when I was making the onion sweet, you wanna lower your temperature. 6. Let's go 7 a little bit, because there's a little bit of liquid here that I would like to get rid of. And at this point, guys, you don't leave your pot, like it must be here. It must be here. Love that. Love the way it smells. Now I'm gonna add my tomatoes. There's a lot of liquid in tomatoes, so that's great for making sauces. That's why, you know, you can use tomatoes in almost everything, you know, soups, sauces, stews, pasta, because I juice, and it's flavorful as well. I love that. For me, it's always about the ratio. I mean, I love peppers and I love onions. I also love tomatoes too, but I don't want it to be a tomato soup. So I love this ratio of tomato. And you're just gonna let that cook out really well till all of that liquid kind of like evaporates and reduces to make like a concentrated base. And then I will start, and only then I'll start to season. No spices in here yet, just tomatoes, onions, peppers, and my chili from yesteryear. I always tend to season towards the end. After I've developed my flavors, then I season them accordingly. And I also like to use natural spice. I like that natural taste of things. The sauce has, well, the base of the sauce has reduced, the tomatoes, the onions, the peppers, and now I have in my little cuppy here, half a teaspoon of ginger, a whole teaspoon of garlic. I love garlic, as you can tell, and a teaspoon of my pepper mix, and half a teaspoon of chili, and like a big squeeze of lemon. I was supposed to zest a real lemon, but I didn't, so don't judge me. And it's also hard forming. Okay, but I got it. And I also have half a cup of wine. I'll put half of it in first. Okay, so I'll start with half of so it's a quarter cup for now. And then if I need to add some more, I will. But I can already smell, it smells like really fresh. It's very important to preheat the oven for the bread. Very, very important, because when you put the garlic bread in, you want it to be hot so that the butter doesn't melt first before it bakes. Alright, so I preheated my oven. Now I'm grabbing my garlic bread wrapped up with a love, and I'm tossing it in there. Okay, and I'm gonna toss them in there. Still on 9, so I don't have a problem with keeping it, but make sure that you stir. Actually, with my oil inside. Oysters, everything is on 5 right now. Smells amazing. I'm just like moving everything that's at the bottom of the pan to the top of the pan. My, as you can see, the tomato, onion, pepper situation has coated everything. Now I'm going to put the lid back on. Garlic bread. Touch that. There's the bag. There's the baby. Feels good. It looks beautiful. And that's that broth that I was talking about at the bottom there. Do you see that juice? Yes, that's what you want. Mussels are like 60. Actually, they're ready. Here's a healthy looking one. Look at that. It opens up like, and then obviously you can see the shells just caught all the great flavor of the tomato and the peppers. You have that beautiful broth down there that you can dip your bread in. Look at that juicy little bad boy. Alright. This has been amazing. Filming this has been so challenging, but I really enjoyed it. And it was so much fun cooking. I love it. I got some parsley. Like a nice handful. Sorry. I'm always watching something when I cook. I should definitely doing this in the TV in the kitchen. That's a nice bit of parsley. Whew. It's gonna add that extra balance to acidity. I love fresh herbs. I think that they're essential. The dry stuff is good too. I mean, dry parsley, we use less. And use it when you're seasoning. Don't use it to finish it off. But the fresh one, you can totally use that freshness. Ooh, guys, the steam is coming with an aroma, and the aroma is catching feelings. I'm catching feelings on this mussels. And that's it. So good. Smells amazing. Check out this bread. Just grab it with my bare hands like the Popeyes person. Ooh, hello.